Hello everybody, Tom here with another video back on, well, the Vanguard SMP. Yes, Merry Christmas ladies and gentlemen. We are back on the very first Vanguard SMP from season 0.5, and as you can see, we had a very empty base and a very ugly base as well. You can see materials we'd gathered here, oh, blimey, this is quite a there's creeper there. Wonderful. There's plenty of creep holes, as you can see. Just let you blow up. Wonderful. Excellent strategy, that. As you can see, we had a little farm. This is the judgment tree over here. For anybody who wasn't around at that point. And as you can see, it's not a particularly nice base. It's absolutely horrible. From the inside it doesn't look too bad, but from the outside it's horrendous. Hello, pig. Right. After we freed the pig, we can have a look at sort of what happened. You can see beautiful design. It's 3 floors. This vine I actually used to get up when I was building the thing. But there's not much, to be honest, on this. I just decided to revisit this. This was the original house. As you can see, it's of a beautiful construction. It really doesn't look that nice. There wasn't a massive amount that happened during this series, to be frank. It's 5 episodes long. You can see the wheat fields. Ow. As it's a server, it is a little bit on the unspeedy side. But this was a wheat farm in the shape of a sword, that we never really used. There was Bus Boat, a company I'd referred back to. There's a few lag spikes, by the way. Bus boats that would ferry to and from spawn. That was, I mentioned that, I believe, during the first full season of the SMP. We'll just wait for some of the chunks to load in. Over here was the first major thing to happen in the SMP. It wasn't amazing, to be honest. It's quite fun to go around and just sort of rediscover. As you can see, there was it's all looted at the moment. It's a bit odd, isn't it? A couple of just bits of stone. But yeah, this was the first sort of amazing thing that happened, and I wasn't actually recording at the time. But as you can see, it's a ruined portal right next to a shipwreck. All fully looted, I believe. I believe I got everything. I'm going to drown. Lovely. But yeah, this wasn't... I'm not exactly the proudest of this this YouTube series. It was quite a while ago as well now. I don't know the exact date, but it's not exactly a new series in the slightest. October 2021 was when the first episode of the Vanguard SMP ever launched. 9th of October, meaning it's over a year since the beginning of the SMP now. I'm actually recording this, as usual, reasonably... Oh my lord. This was the spruce tree that we got and we grew. And I chopped down a couple of bits of it and then gave up. So there's just dirt replaced with oh my lord, this isn't exactly pretty. But yeah, that's, as you can see, you know, sort of front of the base. This was the sort of starter base we had. I presented that earlier. And here, I don't know how often this was actually showed, but here is the mine. it's a very confusing mine. In fact, I can never actually find the way into it properly. It's around here somewhere. I know that much. Is this it? Yes, I've already fallen down into it. It's a great start to this this revisited video. As you can see, it's a complete and utter maze. I mined like this for a while, which is just fun to navigate. Oh, the zombies too. Never could find where they came from at all. All the way into deep slates. Mined out a bit there for some reason. And strip mined. Slightly unusual method of, strip mining. But ended up in a ravine, as you could see there. I'm actually going to have a... No, I'm not going to have a look. As you can see, I sort of strip mined a tiny bit, then stopped. But we didn't have a massive amount of time in the he spotted me in the SMP to really get anywhere with it. At least in this series. This series was, of course, much more. It was more of a trial to see if we could get any more people to join than we had at the time. Talking of people that we had at the time, it was me and another YouTuber who at the time was Mr. Fi. No clue what he is now. Is this Ed? Yes, but only barely. I don't actually have any... That was very clever of me, wasn't it? I suppose when the SMP ended, there was no real need to... Oh, didn't mean to hit the chicken. Just want some beef. There was no real need to keep food as it was ending. But the server is somehow still alive. Yeah, it was slightly odd. This room, I never really knew what I was going to do with this floor. Other than the fact the house for some reason had to be 3 stories. It was... Yeah, it was odd what I did. We are going to go and have a look at Mr. Fi's base now. Which I believe was... Ooh, blimey. Off over this way. From what I remember, it was reasonably far away. It's probably actually... That was a screenshot, not what I wanted. 257... And... I can't actually see that. 51. I think. Yes, we will... I think it was just over here. But I'm not entirely sure. I wanted to check the coordinates there just so I knew where we were going. Despite, you know, all that effort to get that beef, I completely forgot to grab it. Which was slightly silly of me. What's also slightly silly of me is I think I have gone the wrong way. No, I recognise this bit. Yes, this was Mr. Fi's base. He only ever partook in 2 SMP videos. There was the first episode of this season, 0.5, and the first episode of the first full season, when we managed to rope in... The wool's still there, oh my lord. If you remember, any of you who were there at the time, there was a piece of coal there, so I whipped out my pickaxe and got rid of it. Or, we nicked it. You can have lady pad and bones. And to replace it, we just put wool, because that's all I had on me at the time. As you can see, you know, it was very basic. And because of the relatively short span of this season, it was... Nothing was really achieved. We never got anywhere. At all. Whereas in the... You know, in the last season, which was also last season, I've really confused myself there for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Yeah, season 1, even though it ended prematurely after Turnip 467, who we'd roped in, dropped out. We got far more done. We went to the Nether, never did that here. We got diamonds, never did that in this one. There was basically just a lot more that we did in comparison. But unlike this one, we had a realm, which made everything easier. But it does mean that now it's ended and the realm's not being paid for, there's no access to it. And I have just started completely playing this. I really shouldn't. I just need food to continue with this absolute train wreck of an episode. Yeah, as I was saying, because it was a realm that's no longer being paid for, there's no access. And for Christmas, seeing as this does come out on Christmas Eve, I thought it would just be nice to revisit some old series that's actually revisitable. There is... That completely failed there. None of you mentioned that to anybody. It's not like this is going on the internet or anything where people can see it. Okay? Never speak of this moment ever again. There is also the slight issue that you can't actually get up here without destroying that. Right, just pop that back. But yes, this is a nice little revisit for Christmas. First sort of Christmas actual, you know, themed episode I've ever done. And probably Christmas will be the only time I ever do one. Even if you're not here for Christmas, seeing as 0.7% of my views come from the United Arab Emirates. Hello to you down there, by the way, whoever it is that is watching. Yes, thank you for watching. This has been quite... it's just been an all-over crazy video. No real planning to it. I just thought it'd be fun to revisit the world of Minecraft and this odd little server. But I'm going to thank each and every single one of you for watching. It's been interesting to return, and I will see each of you in the next video. Goodbye.